watching the F&O show with Agam and me, where we take you through all the action in the F&O markets. There is an F&O monthly expiry, so the markets are expected to remain volatile. And more importantly, we're getting closer to the June 4th this morning. But we've got with us Ajit, Mishra and Richard Jain to take us through their view on the market before we talk about, of course, the circuit filter changes.
Trading on the indices at the moment.
Yeah, good morning, Agam. Good morning, Samina. So the tone looks positive for sure because we have reclaimed record highs after a very subdued or very gradual move. Last week Thursday was a strong close that we had, and Nifty also made a new milestone of 23,000 plus mark. I feel that the existence of a hurdle around 23,100, 150 is the area basically where Nifty might take a beater, and that is what we are seeing since yesterday. It's a consolidation zone basically, so any dip towards the previous record high that is close to around 22,800, 850 area should be considered as buying opportunity, as Ajit was also mentioning in his comment. And upside, I think once we cross this 23,150, then 23,400 is going to be the next possible target. But at the same time, banking has done its part because we were hoping that banking should see some catch-up move. Now it's turn for FMCG and IT majors to contribute, because the rest of the sector, they have done their part on the rotational basis. So we are closely eyeing IT and FMCG for the close. So as of now, the indication looks muted from both these key indices. So it's likely to be a consolidation. So look for buying on this when it comes to the Nifty. Banking, I would recommend to wait for any dip towards, let's say, 48,800, 48,700 zone. So for banking, it's maybe it might not be the day for banking, but yeah, for the Nifty intraday, any dip towards 22,900, 850, one can look for buying.
Right. Richard, what do you think today's lack of action and momentum on bank?
So Agam, though the tone looks sideways for the index, we are seeing buying opportunities across the board. And AVP Capital is the first name that we like. The stock has been gradually inching higher after a very strong spurt. We saw some marginal retracement toward the short-term support zone, and since then we have been seeing the stock as gradually inching towards the previous swing high. So we expect this recovery to strengthen further and stock to make a new record high. 240 is what we are eyeing. In fact, the stock have already moved up since we have recommended. So yes, it's 231. So still one can continue with the 240 being the immediate target and 225 being the stop. Another stock that we like from the OMC space is BPC here. So very tight range consolidation is what we are seeing in the OMC major, and we feel that this consolidation should end with a positive breakout soon. So one can go long in BPCL also at the current levels, with 685 being the target and 638 stop.
Richard, what about you? What are your top trade recommendations?
Holding in them, and of course quite expensive fundamentally speaking, but on a technical barometer, the question is what do you do with something like a Siemens or an ABB? Ajit, this question is for you. What levels would you watch out for in order to perhaps go long or short if they look weak to you? What is your assessment on these stocks?
So Agam, as you rightly mentioned, that it's a one-sided move that we have seen in both these names, and now it's a bit of a beater. And the good part is that we have not seen any major price damage yet. So of late, we started seeing this price, moving in a very narrow range. Like for Siemens, the range is around 7,150 to the 7,400 mark, and the volume has also dried up, substantially. So this shows that bulls are still holding strong. I would rather prefer for a break on higher side for confirmation of the continuation of the trends. So it will be around like 7,300 mark. Once we break that level, there could be further up move in the stock. So 7,140 should be a stop in that case once we cross 7,300. And since we're in the uncharted territory, the risk to reward ratio from 1:2, target comes close to around 7,450 to 7,500. ABB looks comparatively, weaker structure. Means it's not that, the stock has not moved up in a similar manner. But now we started seeing bit of a profit taking, especially in today's session. It is down nearly 2%. The volume is also witnessing a bit of an increase. So we might see further, dip towards 8,000 or maybe 7,800 mark in ABB. So among these two, I feel Siemens is a better candidate to look at for fresh long, but only above 7,300 mark.
Right, that's the word coming in. Thank you, Ruchit. Thank you for joining. Thanks, guys. And that was, of course, on that note, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and, of course, put the focus on commodities and try and get some perspective on where the trades are.